One woman, one block.
Gosh. I broke it. Sorry.
Hello, Banks McGee here, and I am here with a very special video. To celebrate 100 subscribers, I have decided to do a 100 days episode on the block breaking SMP. We have so much to do in this episode. I've planned out everything. It's going to go so smoothly, I hope. So, without further ado, thank you so much for 100 subscribers, and let's get into it. So I started off the 100 days by making some clocks for times where I can't just watch the sky. I made two, one to hang up on my wall, and then also one to just keep in my inventory, just for safekeeping. Then I spent the next day tending to my farms, being a good little farmer boy, collecting all my wheat, stocking up my shop, collecting some carrots. You know, there was a little spider that was bothering me at one point, you know. Then I smelted everything up and we were good to go. I flew back to my base and put everything away for heading over to the Enderman farm to repair all my tools. Whoops, and well, this wasn't very successful. I'm just gonna let this play out for you. I managed to die only 2 days in. So day 3 and 4 was spent going back to the farm safely and repairing all my tools and getting a bunch of new gear so that I'm not as embarrassed. But yeah, I'm just gonna pretend nothing has happened. However, I will miss my Elytra. Look at how slow this travel is, man. But we have no time to mourn, because I needed to get back home because we have stuff to do. Yeah, girl. I wasn't able to get some enchantments like Silk Touch, so I raced over to the shopping district and gave some of the SMP members even more of my money. But I mean, look! We got our first sale! And then I also gave Luna some horse armor because I don't have a horse. What am I going to use it for? So I grabbed some more enchantments, repaired my tools, and look at us. Oh, I look so handsome. I forgot to record this part, but Lovely Rock treated me an unenchanted elytra for my god apple I found while caving. So we are back to flying! When coming home, I was surprised by this giant gnome left by Flamingo, and obviously I had to name him. So I settled on the lovely name of Joffrey, which was a wonderful way to begin day 5. Then I decided to finally begin our first build project of the episode. So I gathered up all my spare wood blocks and flew on over to our spot. However, we can't work with this. What the hell? That's disgusting. So time for terraforming. I spent the next couple days terraforming the sandy area before beginning a bridge to connect our bee farm from the last episode to the rest of our base. I went with the same dark oak and jungle wood color palette to tie it all together, and honestly, I love it so much. I think just the simple addition just really helps tie my whole base together. So I added some dirt for a bit of a mossy kind of vibe before terraforming the other island as well. Then it was time to start the pillars for the bridge. Did some little measurements first to make sure that I had the distance correct, and this was the first time I did it. I completely winged it. I managed to get it right somehow, which is a bit fun for me. Please let me know in the comments what you think of this build. I am genuinely so obsessed with it. I think I might even make a tutorial on how I did it. It's very simple, but honestly, I am so in love. I don't think I've seen this like junglewood dark oak color palette used very often, but it just is so beautiful. I had someone say that it reminds them of peanut butter and chocolate, which is very funny, but I'm so proud of myself. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and let you enjoy the build, but I'll see you in a sec. over to the nether, which was so stressful. And even ran into some weird little guys in the distance. I don't know what they were doing. I collected some bean lights and we were on our way. And I'm telling you, if you don't call these things bean lights, I don't know what you're doing, mate. And look, oh, I'm so proud of myself. However, our building is nowhere near done, so I ran back to the shopping district to collect some lovely aquatic materials, because guess what? We are making a home for our axolotls. Ah! Everyone, I would like for you to meet Ranch and Spicy Sriracha, my two little boys. So we flew back over to the base, and we settled on a little spot for them and just immediately began building. Again, this is one of those builds that I didn't really plan out, I just kind of improvised, and I am quite happy with how it turned out. I do want to add more of a dome around it or something like that, but for the meantime, I think this looks cute. Again, I will shut up and let you watch. Now for a little bit of a dramatic intervention, I like to show you the horrible clip of me facing a fatal end with a creeper. And with that complete, I sped over to my base and put all of the materials away before being rudely interrupted by the zombie villager, which I obviously killed with no mercy because, you know, I'm a baddie. And I proudly displayed his head next to his fallen brother. But with that, I decided it is time to go mining because I am broke. And oh, I can't get over how good this bridge turned out. But into the depths we go. I really traveled pretty far for this one, but I was super safe because, honestly, not risking that. Did you see that drop, man? That's so scary. But I got some coal. The spawner was kind of a bust though. It only really gave me a disc, but I'm happy with that. But I grabbed some more ores, grabbed some coal, and then some iron. Because you can never have enough of these. I even got ambushed. I got ambushed by all these zombies. They were not very friendly. But I killed them. And then look! Diamonds! I found diamonds! Oh, I'm so rich. But that was it. I was not going to risk anything more. So it was time to head back to the surface. And I chopped down a bunch of trees as well because screw the Lorax. Nah. Honestly, I just wanted to replant them all near my bee farm because it was looking a bit empty. However, it was time for another project, so I dug out all of the sand and did some more terraforming. And this is just so satisfying getting rid of sand. This shovel made things so much more easy. And then after we had a flat area, I got started on a super smelter. Now the super smelter is quite important because I get quite a lot of ores and food that just like takes ages to smelt, so I figured why not? I've never built one of these, and I'll definitely link the tutorial up on the top for you to watch. But yeah, it was just a simple little build, nothing fancy because I'm no fancy schmancy. But I did get attacked multiple times during this process. It was actually quite annoying. They just did not leave you alone. And then once the smelter was done, I decided I needed a cover around it because it is quite an ugly little, you know, build. It's just machines. And I completely improvised this design because I wasn't really I didn't actually plan on doing this. So all I knew is I wanted a desert kind of vibe. So I grabbed some acacia, some sandstone, and just kind of went with it. Which, even though it's basic, I am quite happy with it because I didn't need anything fancy. I kind of am looking at it as if it's like a little temple build or something like that. I don't know. And with that, that was our simple little build, which I'm pretty happy with actually. Didn't need to be anything fancy. I also did some texturing just to give it that like worn down feel because, you know, it's what it is. We still have one more step. Because the area is not really tied together very well, I decided to add a little pathway using some of the blocks in our build as well as some bone blocks, and honestly, look, it looks so good! Everything's just come together like crazy! So for the next couple days, I decided to go mining as a wind down, because who decides that mining's a wind down? And well, I didn't really have the best luck, to be honest. Yeah. And the rescue mission was just as futile. I guess we're elytralists for a while. Yeah, banks. You really should stick to strip mining. I did the tool repair one last time and made a whole new set of armor before starting anew again. But I went strip mining because I'm broke and not stupid enough to do that twice, but it ended up working out. I ended up getting like heaps of diamonds, which is pretty good. I went back to the shops with some new gear. I ended up messing with time and wire as well because what the hell? What the hell? Why not? I'm still such a child at heart, oh my gosh. So we messed around for a little bit and honestly, it was such a de-stressor after the pain earlier. Look at us. Just guys being dudes. Look at some guys being dudes. Also, I forgot to count, so let's just assume this was like 5 days. And then I ran into Average, and we decided to finally raid some ocean monuments for some build materials. Sim hung around as well, but decided to avoid the potential for death after multiple wither deaths. So Average and I got set up at a location and absolutely dominated not 1, but 2 ocean monuments. After this, we hung out at his base, which was so cool, and my mans is goated and gave me all new armor. But eventually I had to say goodbye and flew home because we have so much work ahead of us. I quickly enchanted my new armor and even used the ancient debris that I had saved to finally get a new fit. Oh my god. As the days were passing, there was one major project I wanted to complete today, and it is time to begin. For those of you who don't know, I have a major mega build that I've been working on, which requires about a 33,000 block fat space to begin. So I knew that I needed to complete that for this video. And with multiple shulker boxes full with dirt in my possession, it was finally time to finish this dirt patch. So on day 58, I began the project, which took several hours to complete. Eventually I recruited Cimerix for help because this dirt was getting to me, and although I lost the final bit of footage, it is complete. This project doesn't seem like much, but it is going to be so integral for the mega build. After admiring our work, we still have 10 days to kill, which I was pretty unsure of what to do, so I just did some cleaning up at my base, adding a tunnel to the back for easy travel, and of course I used the same colour palette for the tunnel because I am unoriginal and a material girl. Nothing fancy, we ain't fancy here on this channel, alright, we basic. And that's okay. You're allowed to be basic. Oof. Oof, of course we did some stripping of the wood, and I made another little pathway connecting the sand temple to our dirt, and so good! I even added some lighting to the area, which was very important because a lot of mobs spawn here. This is a chaotic place for mobs. I lit up some more pathways as well, got some food for my axolotls. Rock and I were talking about ramen in the chat. Oh, spicy sriracha and ranch are vicious attackers, let me just tell you that much. And oh, look at that. I just admired my base for a bit and then headed over to the bridge to watch the sunset on our 100th day. This was such a hard but rewarding journey, and I'm so glad that I got to do this and spend this with you. If you're still watching, thank you so much, and be sure to comment that you made it to the end because honestly, mad respect on you for that. And it's the sunset. Thank you for 100 subscribers and for 100 days on this SMP.